Hello, DPS community. Welcome to the EDUCA DPS Podcast, where we inform families and connect communities. My name is Javier Ibarra, your host of the EDUCA Podcast in English. Today we have a special guest, Lucero Elizondo, manager of the MLE Business Systems and Data. She's going for the record of longest title at DPS. Our topic today is the Seal of Biliteracy 2025. Lucero, welcome to the podcast. How are you today?
Good. Thank you for having me.
I want to give the audience an opportunity to get to know you. So can you tell us what is that you do for DPS? How long have you been with us? Maybe your favorite part of the job?
Yes, I've been with DPS for nearly 11 years, and I've had multiple positions in DPS. Currently, I am the Data and Systems Manager of the MLE department.
Wow, and
recently now overseeing the Seal of Biliteracy.
Oh, see, that's why we have you on the show.
Yes.
And then, real quick, they didn't have a longer title for you, or?
You know, I try to look for a longer one, but there wasn't, so I stuck with this one.
For our audience members, I want to give you a little bit about the topic today. So as I mentioned, we're talking about the DPS Seal of Biliteracy 2025. And I know what you're thinking, we're in 2024, but 2025 is just around the corner. And so today, a prestigious award that recognizes your proficiency in 2 or more languages. It sounds amazing, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
So if you're a bilingual or multilingual student, this award can take your future to the next level. So stick around, because I think you're going to really enjoy the conversation that we're having and break down exactly how you can apply and why it's a total game changer for your college and job prospects. So Lucero, my first question for you is, can you tell us about the benefits and why should people look into earning the Seal of Biliteracy?
That's a great question. It strengthens your college applications, it boosts your resume and helps you stand out in job interviews. It also shows that you have communication skills, collaboration abilities, and empathy for others, which are all crucial not only in the workforce and college campuses, but also in the life in general. And
so I personally never earned the Seal of Biliteracy, but I am bilingual in Spanish. And I know that our students, having been to the Seal ourselves for 3 years now, our students are so happy to earn that seal. And when we go to graduations, we see the students proudly display some sort of cord, if you will, signifying that they have that. But I believe it's also on their diploma. They actually get a seal on their diploma for earning the Seal of Biliteracy.
Yes, that's correct. It's a gold seal that goes in their diploma, and then it's also a blurb that goes into their transcript.
So I know that our audience members are probably thinking, wow, this sounds awesome, but how do I actually get the Seal of Biliteracy?
It's actually a lot easier than you think. There are 2 requirements to earning the seal. First, you have to meet all graduation requirements, which demonstrates English proficiency. And second, you have to show proficiency in an additional language, and there's a variety of ways that you can do that depending on the language.
For our audience members, I want to give them a little bit about what the Seal of Biliteracy event looks like. And I know that there are some students who earn the seal in more than one language. I saw some students that would say, I earned the seal in French, I earned the seal in German. And so I think that that's an amazing way, because you get to see all the students in all the languages truly represented here at DPS.
That's correct. You can receive the seal in as many languages as you know.
Lucero, we're talking about all of these great things, but I don't want people to miss the deadline. So when should they start looking to apply for the seal?
Right, so you can apply as an 11th or 12th grader and receive the seal once you graduate. September and October is the time to apply. November and December is when you'll receive the next steps to demonstrate proficiency in an additional language. And in January and March, that is when you complete the exams or your portfolio review to demonstrate proficiency. And in April is when you'll get a status update to find out if you've met the requirements to earn the seal. And the majority of our students will know by April whether they've met the requirements or not, and will be able to participate in the wonderful Seal of Biliteracy celebration that you've mentioned.
Lucero, is there a place that students, families, maybe teachers can go to find out more about this, more about the application, maybe the guidelines?
Yes, dpsk12.org does offer information on the Seal of Biliteracy along with the application itself, and I believe that we'll be adding the address here in the screen.
Fantastic. So for our listeners, we're going to put the web address here, and then for our listeners on the podcast, just look on our show notes and you'll find that here. Lucero, do you have a final message for us?
Yes, please apply. It's a wonderful opportunity.
All right, folks, so you heard it here, the Seal of Biliteracy. So if you want more information, check with your school counselor or visit the DPS website. Again, linked here and on our show notes. And remember, this is your chance to shine bright. This concludes our EDUCA DPS podcast for today. I want to thank Lucero Elizondo. Lucero, thank you so much for joining us. I know that you all are busy planning out great things for our students, so I wanted to thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
And I want to ask all of our audience members to please share this content and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Denver Public Schools Plus, where you can find great EDUCA content and all multimedia productions. You can also find us on all major podcast platforms. Just search for the Denver Public Schools Podcast Network. Here at EDUCA, we want to express our gratitude to the entire communications department, and a big thank you to our proud superintendent of Denver Public Schools, Dr. Alex Marrero, for his continued support to the EDUCA DPS podcast and all of our multimedia productions. Don't forget to tune in to our EDUCA DPS podcast, where the learning journey continues. And remember to tell your students more often, I believe in you and I know you can do it. Until next time.